Hi, in this video we're going to cover the last two tips to help you save time in answering percentage-related problems in a math test. In the previous videos we have covered 8 tips to help you save time answering those kind of questions. So let's get started. Tip number 9. Percentage with more than or less than. Define your formula. Let's clarify this tip using the question below. Sarah has 20% more money than Sam. If Sarah has £24, then how much money does Sam have? Unlike the similar question that was mentioned in the previous video, in this case, we know the amount that Sarah has, and we need the amount that Sam has. Well, we know that Sarah has got more money than Sam has. To make both amounts the same, then we need to add certain amount of money to Sam's amount. This certain amount of money equals to 20% of Sam's amount. So Sarah's amount equals to Sam's amount plus 20% of Sam's amount. In this case, we have the amount that Sarah has got, which is £24. And what we need to find out is the amount of money that Sam has got, which is missing, so we replace it with the letter S. 20% of Sam's amount equals to 20% times S. Using algebra, this means 24 equals to S plus 0.2 S, which also means 24 equals to 1.2 S. Now we need to use the inverse in order to find the value of S. This means Sam's amount of money equals to 24 divided by 1.2, which also equals to 240 divided by 12. And this means Sam's amount of money equals to £20. Using tip number 6, we need to check that our answer is correct. Since Sam's amount is less than Sarah's amount, and we know that Sam's amount equals to £20 and Sarah's amount equals to £24, this means that our answer is correct. Tip number 10, and this is our final tip around percentages. When you're asked about a percentage of a percentage, then you need to find the value and define the pertinent percentage to use in your formula. Let's have a look at the question below to clarify this tip. James saves 60% of his salary. He spends £120 on his clothes. How much money does he spend on food if James earns £2,000 and he spends his money on clothes and food only? To answer these sort of questions, we would advise you to use the percentage tree, as clearly shown on the right-hand side of the slide. The total amount that James earns equals to £2,000, so £2,000 should sit on top of the tree, and the representation of this amount equals to 100%. Now we know that this amount is split into two groups, an amount that he saves and an amount that he spends. The question clearly stated that he saves 60% of this amount. Using the previous tips, this means the representation of the amount that he spends equals to 40%. Now, because the question is asking for the total amount that James spends on food, this means we need to focus on the right-hand side of the tree. Working out the total amount that James spends on both clothes and food, that should equal to 40% times 2,000. Using the previous tips, that should also equals to 0.4 times 2,000, which should equal to £800. So if £800 is the total amount that James spends on both clothes and food, and we know the amount that he spends on clothes, then we should be able to work out the amount that he spends on food, which should equal to £800 take away £120, and that should equal to £680. Now don't forget, we've got to check our answers now. Since we've got the tree in front of us, the easiest way to check our answers by looking at the tree. So we know that £680, the amount spent on food, is less than £800, the amount that James spends on food and clothes, which is also less than £2,000, the total amount that James earns. This indicates that our answers are correct. Keep practicing more and more questions on percentages and apply those tips until you become more familiar with them and improve your speed. There are a couple of videos with percentages related questions if you want to click on them next and have a go. If you like my video and would like to see more of those videos, then click on like or subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you wish to see similar videos of a particular topic, then send me a comment. Now, if you would like to practice what you have learned, then click on the next video. Percentages Practical Questions 1.